Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. First of all, thank you for being here in this scorching heat. I am Arushi Lakra and I am from. Wait a moment. So, the topic for today is where do we come from? How many of you here believe that we come from a city, a surname, a nationality? I used to believe same few years ago, but my adventurous experiences of life taught me the other way. I believe we come from our moments, moments that break us, moments that shape us, moments that make us introduce us to ourselves. Now, let me tell you, we all have heard something about stubborn hearts. Stubborn hearts always find their way. But have you noticed where that journey began from? Let me take you back to 2004, to a 9-year-old child who was madly in love with ice creams. She used to love ice creams every single day and a specific one chocolate feast. Until one day her mother told, "We cannot buy ice creams for you now. You have to buy it for your own self." And for that girl, the world shattered because for her, the only world consists of ice creams and that was her own world. She cried and cried. No one came to her rescue. And in that moment, she met a version of herself. That version where she realized that if she wants something, why can't she have it by her own? So I used to see what that girl is doing. What is she doing now? She used to go to Wednesday market with her father every Wednesday. So that Wednesday, what she did was she took a bed sheet from her home and few of her toys collected. She went to that Wednesday market and on a very dirty floor, she nicely placed that neat bed sheet on that floor with the toys and started yelling, "Please buy this toy from me, please buy that toy from me." Nothing happened in 20 minutes. She got confused why people are not buying toys from me. Then she tweaked her words. She said, "This toy will make your child's Diwali happy. This toy will bring joy to the Christmas festivals." And in 20 minutes, all toys were sold. She was very happy. Now I'll buy ice cream for myself. Until then, she saw her mom coming, running with a broom in her hand. And that was hilarious. I'll keep that story for some other time. So yes, who am I? I am that 9-year-old girl who cried for ice cream. And with that version of herself, I met that if I want something for me, I will buy it on my own. In the fourth standard, I got this realization. Now the next phase of my life came. In the next phase, I was not considered good enough. Not good in studies, not good in the good books for teachers, the obedient child. No, nothing happened that time. My father always used to say, "Don't worry, keep working hard, keep working hard." And I used to ask myself how much more I have to work hard. Until one day, there was an evening after my badminton match, I saw one lady shouting at my mom. I didn't know why she was shouting. I just realized that I need to protect my mother. So I did. I had racket in my hand and I just hit her. My mom said, "Say sorry right now." And she dragged me to home. I said that, "Why you asked me to say sorry?" She taught me something which stayed me till now. She said that if you are saying the right thing in the wrong way, it will considered wrong always. My mom became my school. She taught me the most important lesson of communication. You have to say what is right, but how you are saying it matters. The next phase of my life was during my college days. Everything was planned. Everyone around me had their careers settled and where they want to go and everything. But I had no clue what I have to do. So I did as my parents said. I joined government coaching. And for 2 months, I did as it is what they said. I sat in the first row, making notes, doing everything जो भी मेरे बस में था उस time पे करने के लिए. But I started losing myself. I didn't know where the life was dragging me and I was just going with the flow. One day, with the chilled cold coffee in her hand, my angel, my best friend Akanksha came to me and she said that, "What are you doing with your life? It is your life. You have to take the driving seat." And at that moment, I felt life like a skydiving experience for me. What happens in skydiving, when you are actually ready to dive, everything feels controlled from the ground, predictable. But the experience starts when you actually take that jump. And that jump is very, very scary. You have many thoughts in mind, whether I'll fall, I have an accident, what will I do after my life? I have so big life to deal with. But during the first moments, you just fall. And once you fall, you realize that you have met the most beautiful version of yourself with the most amazing view around you. So I decided to take that jump, and during that jump, I again met Akanksha in that phase where she introduced me to the world of digital marketing and social media branding, how to present yourself to the world. In today's world, हमें काम करना आता है, but काम दिखाना नहीं आता, and that's where we lack. So I introduced myself to the world of digital marketing platform, and I found my way of social media marketing. I joined one internship, and that internship offered me a stipend of 2,000 rupees, and the traveling distance was 1.5 hour one way. So 3 hours I have to travel. My boss asked me, for 2,000, why are you traveling so much? I told him that day, today you are giving me 2,000 rupees, and I assure you, after 1.5 years, you will pay me 2 lakh rupees. He said, okay, let's see. He think he बहुत overconfident and let it see. But I carried one lesson which my father told me. He said that, Arushi, do not work like it's your job. Work like you own the company. And when you think that it's your own company, you'll not work like it's your job. If they are giving you 2,000, work like you have to give them 2 lakh back. That's where your learning will begin. I worked rigorously, and 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, and my boss offered me 2 lakh salary per month. I said, wow, I made the check. But now what's next? This is not thrilling enough. I have to take permission for traveling. I'm a travel freak person. I have to always ask for leave. I have a specific time to work. I cannot be bounded. For me, my freedom is very important. And then my boyfriend told me, ex-boyfriend told me, then Arushi, you are beautiful, you are intelligent, but I cannot let you work anymore. This cannot be done. You have to take permissions for this, permissions for that. I'll provide you with all the luxuries of your life. Now you have to do what I want you to do. I said, wait. This is not the life which is given to me. I have to build my own life. So I stepped from that relationship, and I asked my best friend Akanksha, let's do something of our own. She is a photographer, a very renowned photographer of India. And I told her that let's start a business all together. Your art and my business will collaborate it. She said, okay, fine, let's start. But I said that we'll not lose the travel charm. She said, okay, let's do it. So we started with 500 rupees. From 2 lakh job to 500 one project. My parents said, Arushi, you have lost your mind. 2 lakh की job छोड़ के कोई 500 per project पे कैसे काम करेगा? मैंने कहा पापा देखो, I'll make it 50 lakh in 2 years because I know that what I am doing and where I have to go. Exactly in 2 years, we crossed 50 lakh. My parents were happy. Oh wow, my child is doing digital marketing also, in wedding photography also, all the luxury wedding photographers. Until then, COVID hit. Everything vanished. We became to zero. We had no work to do, nothing. One day one call came and said that we are having some trouble in our social media thing. That was a medical field, and during that time medical was the one jo bahut boom ho raha tha. So they asked me that, can you manage our page? We are not able to present our vision well. I said okay. I did for 1 week, and in 1 week I got 2 more projects, and in 4 weeks it multiplied and I got 15 projects. Single-handedly I was creating content, doing graphic designing, doing content creation, and everything was okay. I said okay, अब कुछ ना कुछ तो कर ही लेंगे. फिर से smooth होने लगी life. Again my wedding photography business came into the picture. COVID was getting normal. Then the second wave of COVID hit, and during this time, that was the biggest challenge for my life. My dad was COVID positive, my mom was COVID positive, me and my sister got COVID positive. And doctors said that, Arushi, we cannot do anything, we don't have any oxygens left, you have to accept the reality. I said no. I recalled myself of that stubborn 9-year-old girl child who didn't give up in 4th standard, so how she can give it up now? I asked doctor that what we need to do, let's do it and let's give it the try. I cannot let this thing happen in any way. 15 days passed and my mom, dad became normal again. Second wave of COVID passed and everything rosy again. Our business, both the ventures were growing well, our brands were happy, and everything was going smooth. Now, the next phase of my life came. I met with an accident. My knee was injured very badly, and doctor said, I don't know by when you will be able to move on your own feet again. Running to bhuli jao. I love trekking, I love traveling, and for a person who is workaholic and travel freak, this was the worst curse by God I can have. I said, doctor, I cannot sit still because I cannot do this. He said that 4 months you have to sit still. I said, okay. When I was just doing nothing idle, I met myself and I told myself that what I am doing with my life, I am 90 kilos. My blood reports are normal. My blood reports are not normal. It's worst. And what I am doing with myself and at what cost? Just for money, I am losing on my health. No, this cannot happen. I need to balance out my life. Everyone is happy. My parents were happy. For them, it was very good. I'm into a good career. My friends were happy. My team were proud. Okay, we have 2 offices in Delhi, one in CP, other in Jhandewalan, everything smooth. But I said, no, I have to take a pause. I need to find a balance. Whether I have to choose just my money or just the health. Then I started working on myself. I started yoga. And with yoga, I met the inner version of myself who can be selective. And at that moment, I realized the power of being selective. Your life is not a buffet that you can eat everything because free mein mil raha hai. No, you should treat your life like a la carte system. Just order what you want. So I started choosing my own client. I started choosing from whom I have to work with and with whom I have to work. And to my surprise, numbers didn't decrease. It started increasing with better energy aligned with various aspects of my life. So where I come from? I come from my experiences. Life was never easy for me. हमेशा एक bombard, वो ad की तरह क्यों चौंक गए वाला experience I had in my life. But I realized that we don't come from a places. We come from an experience with every no that forced us to say yes, with every fall that forced us to rise. That's where we come from. We don't come from a place. We come from our own story. So if you are still figuring out where do you come from, do not look around. Do not look at your Aadhaar card. Just look at your own life, your own story. And the best part is you are your own author. Past is inked, but the future is a blank page waiting for you to write your own story in your own way. So yes, we come from our experiences. We come from our story. Rewrite the way you want it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time.